Hello everyone, my name is Okan Sebastian. I'm a functional consultant working at AMRA Consulting International. We're a company who offers Microsoft Dynamics 365 for finance and operations, implementations, and obviously different types of business consulting, project management services as well. Now, on my last video, we did a very basic legal entity setup, went through a little bit of the basic stuff that you can do on the system, but today we're actually going to create a product. So if you haven't created a product before, this video is going to be perfect for you. So let's get started. So first of all, we come here, click here on the modules tab, and we go a little bit down, scroll a little bit down, and go into product information management. Now from here, we can actually create a product. So click products and go to products. Okay. And from here, we can see all different types of products that are within inside of this legal entity. I mean, in this system. And now all these products are obviously shared within all the legal entities. I just want to make that clear that all these products are shared within all of the legal entities. Once you release the product, you can release it into specific legal entities or into a specific legal entity. So for as an example, all of these products that you can see in here have been released into this specific legal entity, which is USMF, right? So before releasing, we just create a product in here, and these are all shared into all legal entities. Now, when we press new, we can actually create a new item or service into the system. So if we choose item here and give it a name, it's automatically going to give it a search name, but it's also going to give a product number. So if we go back, we can see all of these different product numbers in here, as you can see. And you can see this one on top of here, which is the flashy headset, which is 00001. But all of these other numbers have been created manually. Now I'm going to show you guys how you can create the product number manually, or you can create it as a continuous, which means that the system is going to continuously automatically create a new product number after another one. Okay, so if we go to the setup and go to the product information management parameters and click shared number sequences, we have here a product number sequence code. So if we right click here and click view details, we can actually get into the number sequence code. So from here, we can see this general setup here, right? So if we would have this as manual, then we would create the product number by ourselves. We would just give it whatever type of number we want. But as it's been set as continuous, when we go to the product, creating new product, it's going to create automatically the next number after this. Now it was 0002. Don't let it confuse you, but I deleted it. Now, if we had not created anything before this, then it would obviously become as 00002. Now, this is the next number after the next one. But I previously deleted the one, so it's going to give us a different number. But I hope that makes sense to you guys. So now let's give a product name, okay? So I'm just going to give it a new name. Let's say funny life, for an example, headset or microphone version 1, for an example. And now it's going to give it as a search name, which is going to be some kind of a related to this. It's usually pretty much the same thing. And product type is going to be product. Obviously, we're going to be making an item, and you can choose a retail category if you want to. We're not going to be choosing anything, and then just press OK. And the system will automatically create the item, right? And as you can see, now we have the product number, which is 00003. We can give it a description if we want to. For an example, new version, newest version of the Funny Life. Very good name, isn't it? Microphone. That is available across the EU, for an example, right? And from here, we can give different types of things. We can give some, national motor frightful classifications, additional codes, and whatever. But these are just basic settings for just the basic product, right? Because it hasn't been released yet, you can't really give any kind of like high detail on the product yet. But we can give some dimension groups. So if we click here, this button, which is dimension groups, We can actually give it a storage dimension group for as an example. So you can give it for as an example just for a site warehouse location, and all kinds of different things. Now, obviously, we haven't went through these yet, but basically what it means is that this site is going to be, storage at site and warehouse level. So we're going to choose that, and then we're going to choose a tracking dimension group as well. Meaning that you can track the item with different types of things, whether you want to track it by an owner, with a serial code, um, or with nothing. So we can just choose none and press OK. So now we have given these basic dimension groups for the item as well, if you want to give release policies and whatever. Now, these are the basic things. You can also give some product attributes, product categories, and stuff like that if you want to. But we are just going to release this product now. So we're just going to come into this tab after pressing release product, click next. And now this is the place where we're going to choose into which legal entity we're going to be releasing the item into. So now obviously we are in the USMF company, so we are going to release it into the USMF company. So choose that, click next, and then you can see that selected products, selected companies. We're just going to release one product into one company, which is the USMF. You can run it in batch if you want to, but we're just going to click finish as we only have one single product, which is not going to take that long. So let's just wait for the system to do it, and there we go. Now we have officially released the product into the system. So if we now go here, same place, product information management, and click on release products, we can actually see the released products in the system. So as you can see, as I told you, I had deleted one before, so now it's jumping from 1 to 3 automatically. So here's the new released product. Now that we can click the item number, we can actually get into the released product, and you're going to see a massive difference. Now we have so many different things available for us, right? Now we can actually give a lot more information, parameters, and all kinds of settings for the item, right? So now that we're in here, we can just click this button, edit, and we can give it different types of things. For example, if we want to give an item model group, whether if it's a last in, first out, or first in, first out, or standard, whatever, we're going to just choose FIFO for this one. And if we come down, we have all different types of things in here, item price tolerance groups, sales tax groups, all kinds of stuff. And we can just literally go down and give different types of settings for this specific item. For example, base sales price, we just put it for as an example for 50. That's the best sales price for it. Charges, gross heights, we can give all kinds of things for this specific item, right? Item groups, cost groups, but obviously all of those things have to be created. So the system doesn't give you all of these options by itself. You have to go and create. I'm just going to show you really quickly what I mean by that, meaning that, for example, item model group, these are not here automatically. Obviously, you have to create. And how you can create them is just by going to this button, right-clicking, view details, and we can get into the item model groups. And from here, we can create a new item model group if we would want to. And from here, we can, set up with the new settings for that new item model group if we want to. Perfect. Now that we have set up the basic things, we have the storage dimension group, we have the tracking dimension group, we have the item model group. Now we can obviously add as well different types of things for here. We could add some categories, attributes, different types of things. But if we click here, purchase, we can see that there are the trade agreements, different types of things. If you want to set up an approved vendor, whatever. But let's come over here and go into the Manage Inventory tab. Now, obviously, we want to add some quantity for the item, right? Right now, we don't have any item available, basically. So if we click on hand inventory and click on quantity adjustment and click on new, we can choose the item in here and actually give it a location, for example. So in which warehouse it is. So let's say it's in the raw materials warehouse, which is the warehouse 11. It's automatically going to give us the site that is linked to this specific warehouse. So if we come to the right a little bit more, we can actually come here and set the quantity for this specific item. So if we give it 100, and then we can just press OK. The system will give us an on-hand physical inventory of 100, right? So right now we have a physical inventory of 100, they're available, and all that type of good stuff. And from here, obviously, you can see all kinds of different things, whether if you want to see some warehouse transactions, if you want to see some on-hand intercompany setting, availability and all that kind of stuff. So now we have set up the basic things for this. We could be setting many different things for it. For as an example, we could give it a price on the purchase. So let's say we're going to buy it at 30, then we're going to set it at 50 and stuff. And obviously, if you have no check, then it doesn't require any kind of a check for the vendor itself. Some people have this warning only. For as an example, you can choose it by yourself. But these are really the basic things for setting up a product into the system and releasing the product, giving the basics, dimensions and model group and stuff like that. So I truly hope you guys got something out of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, got some kind of an information, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.